As the prophet of esports, I rely on trustworthy and meaningful data every day. Data from our research partner, YouGov, offers the most complete view of esports fans and gamers in the world, providing context to who they are, what they think, the brands they buy, and things they do. YouGov's connected insights and research services inform strategy at every level. If you're a team, a brand, agency, or rights holder, you should be talking with YouGov. Their partners measure and maximize ROI and are telling compelling stories with data. Visit yougov.com/gaming-esports to learn more. Let's talk about a different story here and a different game. This one, I actually don't even know who publishes this game, but I love this headline because I sort of don't get it. And I want someone here to explain it to me, okay? The headline here: over 4 million PC gamers have already claimed PC Building Simulator for free on the Epic Games Store. Okay, 4 million people downloaded PC Building Simulator. And don't get me wrong, okay? Every gaming PC in this room behind me, custom built, they're works of art, they're labors of love. But it's a pain in the ass to build a PC, no matter what you're doing, right? It's time consuming. It's a pain in the ass. Why did 4 million people claim PC Building Simulator? First of all, what's the attraction here? Second of all, is this a damning of the Epic Games Store that people will just download anything that's free and probably not play it? Like, is the 4 million number sort of so outrageous that you sort of go, maybe all these freebie downloads on the Epic Games Store aren't real engagement?
It might be people who can't afford to build a custom PC, want to kind of have the experience or see what it's all about. Because as someone who's built a lot of PCs, I would never download this. You're right. It's just like work. Like, it's just like something tedious you do to get something nice. But yeah, I think maybe the experience for people who haven't tried it before, and maybe Epic Games' reach is just massive.
But like, is the engagement there? Like, do we think, what percentage of these 4 million downloads are actually going to be players of this game?
2%.
Really? You think that low?
No, I don't. That's not a serious guess. But to your point, Paul, I do think that people jump on the opportunity to download free games from the Epic Games Store. And I think as soon as they stop offering them, they're going to leave. I don't know what that balance is like. I can't say if that's half of people or if it's 3/4 of people. But what I can confidently say is it's a significant amount. It's not like 5% of people download them and never play them, but love the Epic Games Store. It's like somewhere between 30 and 80% of people only download games and use the Epic Games Store.
That's a big range, though.
I know, but no matter what happens with that range, a significant chunk goes away when things stop becoming free. You know, I don't know enough about the market to know what that chunk is, but I do feel confident that there is a large chunk of users that are going to disappear as soon as stuff stops being free.
Can I add a layer to this? I downloaded this game when it was free on the Epic Games Store.
See?
But I will never play it. I'm never going to install it. There's no chance.
What? Why did you download it? What made you, like, what got you
Paul
to
wants
do it?
to cost money for Epic.
No, but it's almost just like, it's free. It's
Why
2
not?
clicks. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
might as well collect it. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, there's some psychology there that there's no downside. Now, had I missed this drop, I wouldn't have been like upset, right? But
is it still free? I'm about to download it. Like, can I still get it?
trying to find it still. I think it might still be. I just read some of these comments. Six Cannon says, Paul, didn't you play Farming Simulator 2020? Josh, you know this. I did. And it was my highest viewed Twitch stream ever. So I don't know what that says about me or Farming Simulator, but it was a terrible game and I never played it ever again. So I don't know. Wani says, it is super outrageous because I saw the article that It Takes Two sold 3 million copies. Yeah, there you go. Genuinely great game. Great publisher. Novel mechanics, right? All kinds of great things that probably I would guarantee is going to be up for, some game awards. Got fewer downloads than PC Building Simulator. Is it just the free that is such a powerful draw?
I'm still curious how we've managed to turn this into like a negative for Epic. Like this is their strategy. We've debated this like so many times and talked about this. Like this is what they're doing to drive engagement, downloads in the store. It's hard to say like, oh, 4 million that's a bad thing. Like we're saying that's a high number. To me, like I think that's a positive that this strategy is sort of working.
But is it though? Because fundamentally, we don't know enough to know if it's working based just on this. Like, let me give you the analogy.
Oh, well, I
want to open a candy store, right? And I have big ambitions for my candy store, so I'm going to decide I'm going to make 10 million pieces of I don't know what's the worst tasting candy you could possibly imagine, jalapeno candy or something, right? Like 10 million pieces of this, and I'm going to give them out for free, right? If I give out 10 million pieces of jalapeno candy for free and people take it because they're walking by, doesn't mean my candy store is going to be a success.
Well, the other analogy is that they had to walk into your candy store to get the jalapeno candy. While they're there, they also buy a Snickers bar, which is way more expensive. And then they say, hey, this is actually a pretty cool candy store. I actually like the cashier, this guy, Paul, who's the proprietor, is a really nice guy. He spoke to me. He's pretty cool. I'm going to come in and buy my Snickers bar tomorrow. And then the next day, they're going to give me a free lemon drop, which I actually like a little more than Snickers and jalapeno. And I'm kind of killing this analogy. But the point is, when you're talking about a platform business where there's network effects, where there's stickiness, like we don't have enough data yet to say that this strategy is working, but we also don't have enough data to say that it's not working. Right? The fact that 4 million people download this game means there's at least 4 million people that are aware enough of the Epic Game Store that chose to open it, click into it, and download this game. Like to me, they wouldn't. I have enough respect for Epic that I don't think they would be doing this if the data wasn't showing that it was somewhat worth their while. They're not idiots, right? Epic is not stupid as much as we sometimes like to talk negatively about them. Like they're not dumb.
I agree.
So I think they're probably seeing data that's positive around this, I think.
Yeah, the problem is we lack the most important data points, which is what do those 4 million people go do after the fact, right? And again, I worry that many of the people on the Epic Game Store are like me. Oh, it's free, I'll download it, maybe I'll never play it, and then I close the Epic Game Store, right? That's my concern. And I'm not saying it's conclusive in any way, because we just don't have the data. But you're right. What we can conclude is their reach is massive and their ability to drive downloads is definitely massive if you're willing to give your game away for free. Like a decent game, if PC Building Simulator gets 4 million copies downloaded, a decent game is going to, do very well.
Right, and the game is all about how many people leave when it's not free anymore. Yeah. I'm not feeling good about that for Epic, but I could definitely be wrong. I mean, I don't know exactly what that market's like.
Yeah. Goyo says, could be for people who want to tinker with computers but have already built theirs. Not much to do for the casual builder once theirs is built. I buy that. Sean says, sorry.
Don't you think it's for people who can't like afford higher end stuff too, to like pretend?
Not really.
Or build like weird stuff, or I don't know.
I don't know if there's any joy in like pretend hard loop water cooling. Like,
no, I think so. I think she has a point because like my computer was built, it was great, whatever. And then I was like, I want to put more RGB into it because like obviously. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get some RAM that has RGB in it. But I was like, I've never done this. Like, it's kind of intimidating, right? To like open it up and I stream and I do content, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't want to mess anything up. So if I had that game where I could like pretend to do it and then go do it because I don't have any education in like computer, like parts and components, I would try it. That's why I was like, wait, is this still free? Because there's other stuff I want to upgrade in my computer or like change out for RGB to where I would be like, it's not that I like can't afford it or like, it's just like, I want to know like, if I do it, I want to do it right because I'm like a streamer, content creator. I want it to like work after I build it. So I do see the case for it being like an educational tool.
I buy that case, like the educational tool case. Yeah, I buy that. I don't know if 4 million people are downloading it for that reason, but I buy that
no,
that
some
case.
portion though.
Sean says, hard disagree. I thoroughly enjoy building PCs. I even do it free sometimes for friends. There you go. I guess some people genuinely do enjoy it. Christian says, genius product. Get NVIDIA and Corsair and others sponsoring the hell of that game. So much interest on people who want to build their computers but don't know how. There you go, to Lindsay and Sid Kitten's point. Low risk tutorial for them. You're right. You guys are right. Six Cannon says, I went to claim it as well. There you go. We're adding to the downloads. Wade says, I'd use it for practice before botching a real PC build. And Chris says, worked for Willy Wonka. Did Willy Wonka have jalapeno candy? Is that?
You only had to invite 6 people in, though. Boom. Massive success.
Massive success. This is true.
He
All right,
used
guys,
exclusive drops. I think he could have done NFTs with the tickets. He would have been even richer than he was.
That's actually kind of genius. I didn't think of that.